Hello and welcome to the Tuesday night 7 p.m. Adventure Highway stream of Sleuths in Ysgard. My name is Blake Komar and I am the Dungeon Master for this stream. I'm so stoked to jump into this third part of our journey moving through Ysgard. And before we jump into everything, I would like to possibly introduce our players as we move forward. First and foremost, to my right, we have Sarah playing Carl. Introduce yourself and possibly your character.
Hi, my name is Sarah Massa, and I play Carlotta Tealeaf, also known as Carl. She's a halfling gunslinger who is the proud mother of Eugene, the baby manticore that me and my friend down below me adopted. And we just got into a train crash, so we'll see what's going on.
Very nice. I can't wait to see what this train crash looks like for you, having this manicore in your jacket. And he's actually not below you. He's right next to you. Joke's on you. We have Kyle playing
Wow.
Brogan. If you'd like to introduce yourself and your character. Sorry.
So, my name is Kyle Lawson. I play Brogan Naked Eye, the greatest PI to ever exist in Waterdeep Ysgard in any plane that he goes to. And I have been practicing my Snowpiercer lines because we crashed a train in the snow, and I am ready to hit everything. I'm good.
You're on the money. Underneath Sarah playing Carl, we have Nick. Tell us about yourself and your character.
My name is Steve, and I play a barbarian. Used to be a deli manager, but I've accepted this new life on this adventure. I'm kind of a little bit of the doofus of the group, but I'm just a middle-aged guy doing my best in a fantastical world.
Adopts horses.
I do adopt a lot of horses.
Yeah.
And you're pregnant.
Yeah.
And you're space pregnant.
And I'm space pregnant.
Can't forget that.
Let's not forget that. That's why we're here.
That's why we're here.
I keep forgetting that I'm space pregnant. I haven't done any drinking since I got space pregnant, have I? I don't remember.
Think so.
Yes.
I should have.
Probably have. Yeah, probably.
Brogan keeps making us beer. That's why.
And last but certainly not least, Brittany. Tell us about yourself and your character.
Hi everyone, I'm Brittany Reichma. I play the Bowsmith Artificer Zari, and she's currently hanging off a train surrounded by undead. Kind of seems like we're in the plot of Train to Busan right now.
Yeah, something like that. Or at least close to it. And I'd like to thank all the viewers too who watch. Shout out to Jess and a few others who have gotten to me and told me about their viewing experience. And we take it all to heart. And if you guys let us know, hit us in the comments on YouTube or on the stream when you're watching, stuff like that. Let us know what you think. We're more than happy to not meet your needs. Of course, we're going to do what we can to entertain, but we always want to hear what you have to say and what seems good for you and what you guys enjoy. So we're here for it, and we're really having a good time doing it. So grab your cheeks, one hand per cheek, as we jump into this adventure as Sleuths in Ysgard. The part 3 on this adventure, trying to find the Ashen Tree. This train has gone down. It slides through these ghouls that have knocked it off. You look into the sky, you see the face, half beautiful, young, beautiful woman, half ghoul, seeing that this is hell, the queen of the damned, and you are now on a train that has fallen to its side, going around a turn, slid to a stop in a sea of ghouls. You all are you were all hanging on to the train, and your roles in the last game were able to keep you hanging on to the train. It would seem though, Brogan Naked Eye, you had at one point before you grabbed on to the train as it started to fall, had at one point been in a double flagpole position with Steven Seagal, but he is now nowhere to be found, possibly flung from the train. As you guys are now landing in the snow somewhere scattered about, you look around and you see ghouls starting to move to your position as you are now scattered in the snow next to the train.
Steven is the first possible monk mentor that didn't try to wave pool and naked hug me with no bottoms. I am very concerned. Steven! Steven! I'm looking around for Steven.
You hear in the distance, probably about 50, 60 feet away, you hear, huh. Huh. And you can see a gaze coming through about 60 feet away from you, further back to where the train had been. You can almost see this piercing eyes that don't leave seeing you through
That's
all of
because he
these
always
ghouls that
makes
are
eye
now moving in
contact.
your direction.
Does Steven look okay?
He looks like he's got, possibly from what you can see, 2 broken legs. Give me a medicine check to see what you,
Possibly 2 I'm upset I have to make a check. Can I not see that he's not walking?
You can see that he's
I
not
mean,
walking,
I
but
mean,
I mean,
Brogan's
He's
legs
got a
on the
Steven
full
ground.
thigh,
Seagal.
but
Chances
like,
are he's still walking and throwing kicks with 2 broken
Like
legs.
he's
how
probably
come
throwing kicks
is
with dead legs.
Brogan? This is a
He's
ridiculous.
effectively walking around in a handstand, flailing
You know
his
what?
legs around.
Brogan's gonna make the roll just because he knows he's not gonna make it. But this is a ridiculous request.
Oh my gosh.
I'm the best doctor.
You're able to see that if you were to drag him to safety, you'd be able to, with this 20 medicine check, definitely aid him in splinting his legs and healing, as he is now, as Steve has discovered, walking on his hands using his 2 broken legs as helicopters, kicking ghouls. You see ghouls are coming closer and closer to you guys on your position. You look further in the distance, you can see the ashen tree over the horizon slightly, and you look to your left at the same distance, you see the infinite stairwell to the left. And it's about the same distance away as the tree. You can tell probably in about 2 days' time you can reach the ashen tree from what you can see.
We're being chased by
Only
ghouls.
takes 9 minutes to climb the stairway to heaven.
But we're being chased by vampires still. Correct?
Not by vampires, but there's a sea of ghouls. It seems like that vampire was killed by Brogan and Steven together.
All right.
Okay,
We're just gonna write. We're gonna write me out of executive producer of that kill. Apparently.
You were very helpful. You Scotty Pippened it.
I did. Yeah.
Zari seasoned it.
Yeah, you definitely seasoned it with rice.
It's
yeah.
unfortunate when you have to Scottie Pippen because you're paid like 130th, but you're second in the league. It's a rough
Right.
life.
Yeah. It's
a rough
not
life.
great. I'm more appreciated for my deli cuts than my combat prowess. Apparently.
You can see that there's now ghouls in front of you, like in the direction of the ashen tree, now moving towards you, but you also see there's a line of maybe about 10 of them coming at you guys. It is not far. Telekinesis, okay. Zari, what do you do with your telekinesis?
To try and get the train back upright.
You cannot telekinesis
Oh,
this train.
God.
All right, Yoda.
We're going to start throwing ghouls.
I like the Yoda energy here. This is nice. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
You can definitely start pushing ghouls. Give me a couple of strengths checks as you are pushing ghouls out of the way.
Wait,
Well, I guess it's not strength. I just have to meet your spell save DC on this because it's your mage hand that's doing it.
It's telekinesis, yeah. So 30 be a 13.
As you guys are seeing, she is clearing a path out to the front as Steven Seagal is now walking on his hands and near you guys. Clearly balance of a champ.
Steven, hold on. Let me splint these, and I use my expert medicine to fix his legs.
As you do so, his legs
I break my old quarterstaff in half, and I'm like, you know what? This was the pimpiest pimp cane. This is my most prized possession, but Steven, you are worth it.
Wow.
I wish I knew some more quotes from the prize from the excellent Steven Seagal movie Medicine Man, but I don't.
He as you're tying up his legs,
the quarterstaff and just turns away.
What was that?
You see Triple A sees Brogan break the quarterstaff and just turns away, giving the pawing dog because he helped make the quarterstaff.
Do the ghouls seem to be slowing the train down at all?
Triple A was my most prized
the train is
possession.
stopped and overturned, so the whole thing.
Okay,
is
right,
overturned.
yeah. Okay.
And you guys are on the side of it with probably about 15 ghouls between you and getting out of it, and now there's about 3.
Okay.
After I splint Steven Seagal up, I'm gonna look around and be like, Argyle, where's Argyle? Where are our horse buddies?
You see, out of the train walks an 8-legged horse like nothing had happened, and he's got Argyle riding on his back. So it looks like a
It's
horse
like-
riding a horse.
He's got him like in a firefighter's carry with like his front two hooves.
That's perfect.
Double horse. Double horse.
I wasn't worried about the horse god, but Argyle is just a person turned horse. We have to protect him.
Yeah, he's got probably 12 HP. So
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We gotta protect him.
He's just started to want to live again.
See, look, for all that love Steve has for him, here I am, Brogan, taking care of Steven Seagal and Argyle. I'm here for the team. And then I look over at Carl and I'm like, do you have Eugene? Do you have Eugene?
Yeah, is he still in my shirt?
Yes. Big uncle energy going on right now with everybody, and big dad energy for Eugene. We're excited.
Eugene is violently attacking your chest. He's just not big enough to actually do any damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel nothing. It's just like, okay.
As you're there, you see the ghouls are moving in on you. As the 3 ghouls move in on you, without pulling up an initiative, what would you guys be doing to get them out of the way?
I'm still checking on everyone.
Okay.
My time is spent making sure Steven, Argyle, Eugene, everyone's good to go. We're here as a group. I'm like, okay, everyone grab the rope. We're going as a kindergarten class. We're gonna do this.
They're ghouls, so they don't move very fast, right?
No,
Can we just get on our horses?
moving. They're about 20 feet a turn, kind of a thing. So they are shuffling. They're like slow moving zombies, essentially.
So can we like comically, like casually walk away from them?
Yeah, as long as you can break through them. You would have to like do a small jog and then you can walk, like a light jog.
Oh, okay.
Just
Yeah.
maybe break a sweat and then you're square.
Sure.
Well, that's a sweat for Steven.
hey, I'm carrying 2 here. All right.
You're walking for 2.
So are the horses. So am I now with Steven. So is
You
Carl.
were carrying for 2 before you were carrying for 2, Steven.
I'm gonna point.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna point at Zari and say, "That's not nice."
Oh my God! If it's not a food baby, it's a space baby. We'll take it.
As Steven Seagal looks over as his legs are now splinted, and he stands up on both splinted legs, walking like a tin man kind of a thing, hobbling back and forth, throws an elbow at a ghoul that gets a little too close, and looks at you and says, Brogan, we must move now.
Yeah. I got you. Hold on, Steven. I'm gonna do this really awkward thing where it's almost like a cheerleader lift, and I go, Argyle, come here, and I grab him by the hips, and I go 1, 2, 3, and I hop him up on Argyle.
Who's on
Almost
top
like
of right now on top of Slegnir. So
Oh
we've now
yeah,
got,
it's like a toss to hands.
yeah.
You know, I worked in a cheerleading gym. I know how to do this. I know the cadence. I got this. We'll see if Brogan can do it, but I know how to do this. I'm capable.
So now we've got a
Or a horse
ninja on top of a horse on top of a horse.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like 1, 2, 3.
This is our team's Voltron. The more we can hook up, the better it
We just
gets.
keep adding.
Yeah, right now we're 3 levels up. Well, technically 4 because God of Horses is technically large. So
Yeah. As you guys start to move away from these ghouls and start to break a brisk pace and start moving forward, you start to see you're getting closer to the ashen tree, and they are all slow moving. And the gray in the sky and the silver in the sky is seeming to follow you slightly, almost like what was watching you in the train from the sky, where the clouds moved into that shape of the woman's face that is half ghoul, half beautiful, soft, delicate features. You now see it is still following you in the sky, as behind you the mob of ghouls that derailed the train is still following slowly as you're moving.
all of a sudden I grow a super big red beard and I'm like, maybe we should take the mines of Moria. The mountain pass is too dangerous. But I will actually look at Zari and be like,
Dragon Leprechaun.
exactly. I will look at Zari though and be like, make sure you grab the homolcus. Rule number 1 needs to be displayed at all times. Always wear pants. That's what I'm talking about. It's always there flying with us. That could also be the 5th piece of Voltron. It could be the eye. We're ready to go.
As As you're telling her about rule number 1, all of a sudden you see a sending stone start flying around the area you're in, aiming at you guys, watching you. Kind of
I
reminiscent.
throw something at it. We don't have time for that.
You
If there
could.
is a single character assassination rat, I'm darts at the ready. I'm done with you guys.
You're triggered
Can I
and
throw a
ready.
snowball
Awesome.
at it?
13 to hit the sending stone with a rock, okay? I don't want
A
it.
13 to hit the sending stone with a rock, and you miss. It has a 15 AC. You see it buzzes a little further out, and you can see it's moving in a direction. It's moving a little further towards the ashen tree, as it's kind of moving in a direction. And then it disappears about 100 feet away, and it reappears and comes back towards you guys, taking video.
Oh, okay.
And then it goes about 100 feet away and then disappears. And then it reappears coming back towards you guys and still hovers in the air.
So
Well-
we should go that way.
That also tells me something is coming toward us. Here we go.
Can I throw a snowball at it?
You can throw a
We're in the
snowball at
snow,
it.
right?
Go for it. You're in a frozen tundra that is just literally a sheet of white in front of you with a gray silver sky with a face and a 12 with your strength mod. What's your strength mod?
+3.
A 15 does hit. As you see it start to
Cool.
buzz, it spins. And give me a damage on it as it's going to be 1d4.
Rolls a 4, crashes and hits us.
Oh,
It crashes and falls to the ground.
we're
You
gonna
see
have
a
to
broken
pay for
sending
that.
stone right in front of
Yeah,
you.
we're gonna have
I,
to.
I
Pieces.
pick it
We're
up
getting
and put it
charged
in
for
the bag
that.
of holding. I'm going to collect these.
You pick it up and put it in the bag of holding. Awesome.
Another broken sending stone. I'm going to collect these and make my own CCTV footage.
As long as it's not like-
I'm gonna ask Slegnir if he'll start following me in the direction that sending stone was disappearing to.
Fantastic. As you do
I have,
so,
I have to go with you because I can't leave Steven Seagal. I can't leave the two Stevens by themselves. They'll get in trouble.
A tower of horse on or man on horse, and following Steve with Brogan right behind. Do you both follow right behind?
I'm gonna go up to Steve after everyone's kind of moving in that direction. I'm gonna look at my what's left of my booze and be like, you know what? I'm gonna have a sip, and then I'm gonna see. I'm like, you know what, Steve? You're not planning on keeping the baby anyway. You might as well have something to drink.
You can see that Steve is like off in kind of his own world, and he looks over at you, kind of apropos of nothing, having completely ignored what you asked him, and he's gonna say, "So I've been thinking, do you think Mr. Siegel would be into like a branding deal? Get this, karate chop cold cuts. What do you think? Do you think he'd go for that?"
I'm laughing, but in all seriousness, Brogan is like, you know what you guys could do? You could make like a thing out of it where you throw up slightly chopped stuff in the air and then he finishes cutting it as it goes to customers. That could be
That's
kind
what
of
I'm
cool.
saying. The commercial writes itself. Am I right?
I mean that's what I was thinking.
And I'm just gonna go back into staring off into space as we keep walking.
All right, well, I'm going to look at myself. Well, that's the deadest of dead weight and finish what's left in my flask because I know it's basically empty. It's been 2 sessions. I'm sad.
As you're getting closer and closer, you see another sending stone fly out from the nothingness as you're about 20 feet away. And from the area of the nothingness, what seems like in front of you, the white frozen tundra with the mountains and the ashen tree on the other side, you see all of a sudden a face pops out with black hair, about ear length, coming down, pale face, someone who, yes, has a striking resemblance to Keanu Reeves. And he looks at all of you and says, "Quickly, in here. She's following you."
I'm gonna say, "Whoa,
Whoa.
whoa."
Whoa.
I'm following.
I just love it when you call me Big Papa.
Quickly, in here. They can't find you in here.
I'll go with him, and I'll urge Slegnir on to also follow.
Because we're about to enter the Matrix.
In here, we're unplugged from the gods, guys. Come on in.
Yeah, there are so many other movies we could use too. I'm gonna pull out Constantine.
I can't wait for Steve's inner self reflection to be what is shown instead of what he actually looks like. Like the Matrix.
It's called residual self-image, Steve.
Yeah, residual self-image. Thank you.
As you walk into this, into all of a sudden, all of a sudden you walk in and you're going from this white frozen tundra to immediately this almost steampunk room with sending stones flying around everywhere and projections up on the walls of different things. One is of like Waterdeep. Another projection is of you guys, all of us, of you guys at the gym, figuring things out. Another projection is of you guys is of PM 207 just as a parking meter out front of the house, just standing there,
It's
just
a
like
little
on the
sad.
curb, alone.
He's
With
happy though. I like to think that he's happy.
Yeah, he probably is. He's probably very happy. And as you're seeing all these screens of different stuff with you in it, you also see like another screen that is just a roll of like America's Funny Home Videos where like people are just literally getting pantsed left and right or getting hit in the butt with something or falling down. Like literally everyone's just getting pantsed, getting hit in the butt or falling down. Like that's the only
I
three
shed a
videos you're
single
seeing on
tear.
repeat.
I shed a
God.
single
Is it
tear.
America's Funniest Home Videos?
No.
Okay.
But it's like that.
Because
Give
I'd
me
like to just point out that whatever is the hardest trauma to the groin, that's the $5,000 winner.
100%. Give me an insight into what you're seeing if as you're watching it.
Oh, not great. Steve's not insightful. Oh,
So
Carl much.
Carl and Zari, you can pick up that out of all of the stuff that's on the screen is all of the past stuff that these people have done on their reality show. But the one you're seeing where people are getting hit in the nuts, kicked in the butt, getting pantsed, or falling down is what's now playing on the Sending Stone media station while they don't have a video of while they don't have an active feed of our sleuths.
See?
And they're just playing it on repeat, not knowing what to play without the sleuths in their world.
When you guys look over, I'm crying aggressively. I'm just looking at the gym feed. I'm like, Bronco. You guys just see me sobbing because I just started drinking, and now I'm looking at Bronco. I'm like, he's gone.
Sorry, just pulls out her alchemy jug again, goes beer, and just hands it to Brogan.
He's never coming back.
Carl is fully confused.
Zari is an ultra enabler.
Any places aside from Waterdeep, so she's just like, what the fuck's
where
going
am
on?
I? You hear there's a back
Yeah.
room, and all of a sudden there's you hear two chucklings going on, like a and in the back, all of a sudden, echoing from this back room, you hear, "Wow, I would say Zari brings me so much joy when she leaves the room." And you hear all of a sudden,
Get those darts ready.
Readying dart action.
Rain crossbow.
Have my gun.
I hate these guys.
And you hear all of a sudden another voice chime in. Wow, I love this guy Steve, who's joined the crew. But if I really wanted to meet an asshole, I'd fart. And looks over at his buddy, and they just both start chuckling. And you realize that there are possibly two character assassination rats in this back room watching a feed of Sleuths.
How do they keep finding us, guys?
What are they?
Character assassination rats.
They're little rats that come out and just insult you,
and they just
and then they
insult
run
you.
away. That's all they do. They just hurt your feelings.
Almost like children. Children do that.
Your child is going to do when it's much older, because it's a manticore and it's a monster.
One of them is clearly a
Picture
monster.
Eugene as like a teenager, be like, "You got knobby knees, and I hate you," and just running away, and it'd be like, "Damn."
It's going to be he eats you. He is going to eat you.
You hear one of them say all of a sudden, "That Brogan is so full of shit, the toilet's jealous."
All right, that's it. I walk over to the back room, I'm like, get out here, you turd burglars, and I kick the little spot on the wall where they're
You
at.
see around the wall, around the doorway, all of a sudden, with goggles on, steampunk goggles, you see that there are two rats that peek their head around the corner. And they're like, holy shit, we're really blessed to see you guys. Yeah, yeah. And then
No,
you
you're
see they
not.
just look at their shoes. Yeah.
Yeah. Dart action because it was
As
readied.
the darts start flying, the
My
hand
firing.
axe comes flying by Brogan.
a hand axe goes, you throw a dart. All of a sudden,
I fire a crossbow.
yeah, everyone just starts shooting at these character assassination rats.
Might as well. I'll shoot.
And
We
Carl,
hate
you're
them so
watching
much.
this as they are all getting hit by every weapon around, and you hear from Neon behind you. He was like, "Hi, my name is Neon," and sees everyone shooting and throwing things at these two rats that were just enjoying his home, watching a stream of Sleuths and Waterdeep, but now are dead for enjoying the way they enjoy after every weapon in the world has just been thrown at the character assassination rats.
Yes.
I'm gonna put Eugene down so he can eat the rats.
Eugene
See?
runs
There
over
we
and
go.
tears it up, country buffet style sausage
Before
gravy.
before he can get to him, I'm gonna grab the little rat goggles and I'm gonna put them on Eugene.
Aww.
Accessories.
Yes.
The Manicore has steampunk goggles on now.
I do that on his head to make him look more cool.
I'm sure he'll eat them as soon as we go to sleep, but it's funny for now.
You see Neon looks at you all and says, "So, you, in here, you're now off the grid. The gods don't know where you are now. We've unplugged you from the gods' grid.
Well, do we have to talk like this while we're in here?
I don't know what you mean."
Uh,
All right.
Slegnir is the fastest horse on or off the grid. Throw a little T-Ron in there. Yeah.
I'm gonna ask Neon why he saved us.
Well, I was sent here by Sending Stone Media. They had heard you were alive. Once you got out of limbo, there were possibly some Githzerai that made it to our realm. They ended up taking one of their spelljammers and made it out to Waterdeep. And then the Sending Stone Media, of course, Nikolai Rasputin. He sent someone over to the Mage's Tower, and they were able to send someone back in time and laterally over to the dimension. And that one was me, if you didn't guess.
Well, Neon, side note for you, if you're running the Seeing Stone stuff, don't look at any of our feet. The Githzerai are super weird about feet.
Yeah,
Super
they like
weird.
feet. That's
Oh,
really weird.
it goes beyond like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What do they do with feet?
You know what? If we're still on CCTV, this would come up as the little quotation brackets, and it would say redacted as I explain everything. But that's about as graphic as we're getting, where it just says redacted over and over again. It's like the weird feet stuff that they like.
And all of a sudden, from one of the projections near you guys, all of a sudden you see now you are on the projection actively where you're at. And as you look around, give me a perception.
Oh man, Steve is not doing well tonight.
So close to a crit.
It would be right now, Carl and Zari both notice that there are 3 sending stones just kind of flying around you guys, trying to hide in areas and stay off the grid, like stay out. But it would seem that all of a sudden that TV or the projection that once had all of the people getting kicked in the nuts and punched in the butt and falling is now back to you guys. And the redacted start coming up, and that's where you hear the beep, 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 beep.
I really hope it's just a big black bar over my mouth as I keep saying stuff. And I'm like, you wouldn't believe the bump, and I start doing like hand motions with feet, and they just like start blacking out my whole body.
And Steven Seagal looks over and goes, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe it." And Neo goes, "Yeah, I know." And Seagal, as they all of a sudden are matching each other's tone, getting closer and closer, Steven Seagal's like, I once wanted to be on a projection. I contacted Sending Stone Media once, but it didn't work. But I've been reading The Secret recently, and I know if I can envision it, it can happen. And now I'm here.
Wow. Deep
You
pull.
do not want to be a part of it. The CEO is a jackass who keeps trying to murder people.
My hands are lethal weapons.
Ah,
You have two
oh,
broken legs right now.
my cringe is so high right now.
I'm gonna ask Mr. Neon why he works for Sending Stone Media.
Well, there was one time I wanted to I I wanted to work in the pictures, and I wanted to be a celebrity, and I wanted to make it. And then Sending Stone Media gave me my chance. And then I signed over. Now, anyone who wants a chance on the screen works for them. I do a lot of cleanup work, moving between dimensions, staying off the grid these days. But
Tell me, are you a master of gun fu? Because
Master
we have one right here. Her name's Carl.
Carl, pleasure to meet you. Maybe we can shoot one
She
day.
strikes the Charlie's Angels pose.
Yeah, he does the
It's
same
just me.
thing. He matches your pose. Charlie's Angels it himself. Um, looks over and says, "Maybe we can go shooting one day." Well, look, we may or may not have that much time. The Sending Stone Media sent me over with gifts. And I'm glad this is convenient because I get to save your lives. By the way, I'm a big fan of the show, guys. Very big fan. You guys I really like the work you do. It's a reality show. You know, I like PM 207 a lot more than Steve, but I'm a big fan of.
That's been said a few times. I understand.
Yeah, I'm not the big janitor fan though. I'm a big justice guy. You know, um, but anyway,
Wait. Deli meat manager, not janitor. Come on, man. You said you were a fan of the show, and now you're disrespecting us.
He lost us at season 2. He was a big season 1 fan.
There's so many
Yeah, fair
layers to
enough.
the show and so much depth to the characters. I just get lost sometimes. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fair. I go back to finishing my beer, and hopefully my eyes have stopped being puffy because I'm done crying about Bronco. It's still so sad.
As he now moves over and stands over the body of the rats that's getting devoured by a now steampunk goggled baby manticore. He looks over and says, "In this room, I have gifts for all of you, sent by Sending Stone Media. I think you'll all enjoy them."
If it's more rats, I'm done with you.
It's not more rats, but I'd ask if you meet any more of the rats that have been sent by Sending Stone Media, you do me a favor. Don't kill them. They're in my house. I gave them my protection. But like, if they're dead, it's okay. It's a rat. I'm not too worried. Like, I don't have to. It's not really that on it. If they're dead, they can't really tell anyone. But now that we got the cameras up, now that I'm on TV, and he waves to everyone on Sending Stone Media.
So as long as we're not in your house, they're still open game. That's what I'm hearing, big guy.
Yeah.
You hear Eugene burp from the corner, like after he's done eating the rats.
I'm gonna go pet Eugene. I'm like, that's my little buddy right there.
I'm gonna retrieve my hand axe and have to shake Eugene off of it. He's biting onto the handle.
And he looks and he says, "I was given this sending stone." And he walks over to a VHS player, of course, that's on a projector, and then sticks the sending stone in a VHS player. And all of a sudden, it starts projecting on the wall. And he says, "This video was sent by Sending Stone Media. It's about the items I just brought you. Would you like to see it?
Yes.
Please sit on this couch
Sure.
and watch."
If it's a
Okay,
black
I'm
couch
pulling out
that looks real
popcorn. This is
casty, I
gonna be
don't.
interesting. If we're watching something from Sending Stone Media, I mean popcorn. Okay, nothing they produce is good. Not even this.
As it starts off as he actually takes the sending stone out of the VHS, blows on it a little bit, shakes it up, and then sticks it back in, as trying to get it working again. And all of a sudden, the projector goes out, and it goes through a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And in a 1950s Levittown style of 1950s style of wholesomeness, you hear "So you're watching a video from Sending Stone Media. Welcome, sit down, grab a chair, and enjoy the values. Oh, by the way, we've sent you weapons. So, Brogan Naked Eye, we're glad to have you back on. And since you're back on the show, we wanted to add some drama. And to add some drama, we of course had to add some cameras. So why don't you enjoy being back on the show, being part of our Sending Stone Media family, and hopefully you can save the world and we'll televise it. First and foremost, Brogan Naked Eye, we have this item for you. It's an item, this staff is a puzzling quantum conundrum. In this staff is a cat, or no cat at all. Or is it both in there? Or is it many cats, or no cats, or all at the same time? Using this staff, you can use the command word superposition and possibly summon a cat, or a big cat, or a small cat, or no cat, or all at the same time. This cat is Schrodinger's staff.
Why do I
Great, this
get
is
all-
going to be bad.
All right, great.
When
I'm
using
excited for Schrodinger's staff.
When using
You just broke
Schrodinger's
your
staff,
so
roll a d20 once per day. An even number means nothing gets summoned. An odd number means roll a d4. For a 1, you get a tiger. For a 2, you get a lion. For a 3, you summon a saber-toothed tiger. For a 4, you summon a house cat. This staff has a +1 to attack and +1 to damage. So
I'm
essentially,
gonna grab Brogan and say, can we name him Mr. Mittens?
It doesn't matter which cat it is; it will always be Mr.
Always be Mr. Mittens. And maybe if he does a good job, we'll upgrade him. He'll become Dr. Mittens.
So yeah, essentially it's a +1 staff that gives you the 50-50 shot of summoning a cat of some sorts.
Awesome.
It could be in the staff, it could not, or it could be at the same time. You must use the command word superposition
All right.
to get it out.
I'm gonna add
Does he
those
have control of the
pluses.
cat, or is the cat just going to attack us randomly? Is my next question.
Oh no, he has control. It's a summon, so he will summon it into his employ for 1 hour. Next, looks over and says, "Wow, looks like we have a new adventurer in the group. Carl, this one's for you."
Carl's actually excited. He leans forward a little bit. He wants superposition cat too. He's not gonna get one.
Well, this is for Carl.
Carl. Excuse
No
me.
worries. And yells and says, "Carl, this one's for you. Grab your beach gun and lather your nose. Whether doing the backstroke or smiting down fiendish enemies, this firearm is every woman's beach buddy. This repeating pistol, once drawn, will give you the confidence you need to never stop shooting when you're talking to hot models. While in the sun, you can use the command word "sun's out, guns out," and your pistol will not only become repeating shot, it will also give you a fake spray tan and add gel to your hair. This effect will last for 24 hours. This is the sun's out, guns out pistol of repeating.
I hope it's one of those Carl, I hope it's one of those
GTL.
terrible, like orangish fake tans too. Like
I'm just picturing Carl immediately becoming, when it happens, like a Jersey guy.
Yep, 100%.
Just like muscles and
Can we dye
what
Carl's hair green so she becomes an Oompa Loompa when she does it?
No.
Yes. Yes.
No.
I can spin it down and make a
do.
disguise kit for that effect.
Jim's
Absolutely
laundry,
not.
baby.
Let's do it.
Once activated in the sun, activates for 24 hours. It has a +1 attack and +1 to damage. While activated, it'll have a +1 performance, +1 stealth, and repeating shot.
Wow. Cool.
Next, this one is for the next one that comes out is for Steve. As you hear it say, "Steve, we fit you in there. Though it's hard to fit you anywhere, buddy. Am I right?" And finger guns come up on the screen.
Steve is giving me such a sad look.
I'm looking for the rats. I'm like, are there any rats here still? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Neon.
Who knew such a big screen gem can make you feel like this? This great axe is here to spread the gospel of Vin Diesel. Hit an enemy with this great axe, then speak the command words, "all about family," and watch your enemies watch the whole Fast and Furious series in less than a second. Make sure they learn to appreciate the importance of imports and the importance of family. This is the great axe of Fast and the Furious. As you look at what it does, it's a +1 attack, +1 damage great axe. And activated 3 times per day, you can speak the command words "all about family" and deal an extra 1d12 psychic damage to an enemy.
Nice. because they have to watch all the movies.
All of the Fast and Furious films all at once in a single second and have
That
to
does
deal with
do
the psychic.
damage.
I'm gonna get that Hobbs and Shaw upgrade later. It's gonna do 2d12 extra damage.
And you hear the video yell out, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, Zari, we didn't forget about you. Last but certainly not least." And you look and you see it has like a wedding band on the screen. It's like, "Zari, this wedding band lets everyone know that you're loved when you get home. The joke's on them. You're not. You fooled them. This wedding band is of cheap make and is made to wear out and not be bothered by potential love interests. It will make you smarter by outsmarting your loving future." And it stops right there and it starts to go through the stats of it. It's while wearing this, you gain a +1 to intelligence and a +1 to wisdom. You can cast augury 1 time per day, and you get 1 bardic inspiration per day. And this is called the wedding band of creativity and being single.
The savagery. The savagery.
At a core level for myself.
This tracks with this group. This tracks with this company. Why the hell did I sign on in the first place?
Well, Zari, as the longest standing member of this company now, they have to probably make it the worst and best for you.
Your inspiration will come in the form of ideas about your life, per se, as you stare at this wedding band while at work. Kind of an idea. It's it was meta-wise. I was thinking about like when I would work in bars and nightclubs, and I had coworkers like who would wear wedding bands to work, but were clearly single. And I was like, okay, irony. Like I like it. It'll work for the game. But yeah. So that's essentially what it is: the wedding band of creativity and being single. In Roll20, I'm gonna post that up so you guys can actually see these things now, so that it's not it'll not be something that I puzzled out for you guys.
My only question about the cat stuff is that are you going to want me to pull up all the cat info, or will
I'll
there
have it
be
for
a
you.
way
I'll
to
set it
have
out
that?
for you, so you'll have the ability just to control the token.
Nice.
Yeah. When you do it, when you say the summoning word superposition, you'll be able to summon it and then have control over it, and it'll essentially attack on your turn. So it'll
My
be like,
question is that if I get the house cat, does that count as like a familiar? Does it give me
no,
some
it'll
kind
just
of
be a
buff,
house
or is
cat.
it
I
just
can
a
literally
thing?
get you a cat token. I think it has 1 HP. And
Perfect.
it.
I'm
This next
copy
class
and
is
pasting
not
this
like
into my treasure.
I thought you'd like it. And all of a sudden, the video keeps playing, and all of a sudden, the video keeps going, and you hear it say, "Well, thank you for re-signing on with Sending Stone Media. We're so glad to televise you saving all of the realm. Enjoy your stay on Ysgard, and make sure to come back and look us up when you get back to the Sending Stone Media house."
We didn't re-sign anything.
I literally look at the group and I'm like,
didn't sign.
they gave us stuff, and it was probably in the fine print. I'm like, damn it, Neon. I look over at Neon. I'm like, this is a you move. What happened to being unplugged? You plugged us back in.
No, this is a Rasputin move. This is the CEO. I told you, we need to get rid of him.
They're one and the same.
Whoa.
As you guys are talking, like Steve is just super happy looking at his axe. He's loving his axe.
Yeah. And so Steve, you can throw.
Can I dictate what it looks like?
You what's that?
I think, can I dictate what it looks like?
Yeah, go for it.
The axe. So it's definitely like the handle is just the drive shaft of a car, obviously, because why wouldn't it be?
Mhm.
And like the axe blade is that orange color that the Supra was in the movies, but it's got flames like on the edge of both sides, and it's got like the little hood scoop that the air filter that came up from the Dodge Charger, like a little one on both sides that's just like engraved into the blade.
Can it please have the Nissan Skyline racing stripes on it?
Oh, of course, yeah, naturally. Why wouldn't it?
And say
That
family
pumps me up.
somewhere too.
As I pick it up and spin it around, it literally
hilt.
says like there's glowing letters that say family
As it
that
Oh,
appear.
it's neon glow. It's neon glow. It's underglow. I like that. I'm gonna look at my staff and then look at the top, and I'm like, well, it's not a diamond on the top, but it's like a cat head. And I'm
Yeah,
like, well, it's something.
yeah. It's got a diamond at the top that's a cat head, and at the bottom is a box. And because it's Schrodinger's box for where the cat was in, and you would never know if it's in there or not until you check, really. But it's both actually until you do check. So, you know,
Brogan, as you look down, you see AAA is about to grab your staff.
No, not this one, little buddy. I'm gonna take my time and very carefully put the staff on my back to where AAA can't hopefully reach it. And then after I do that, I'm gonna look at Neon and I'm gonna whisper real quietly. I'm like, "Do you have anything else I can use that's an attractive staff item that I can possibly give to AAA? He's very attached to anything that I wield. So if I pretend I like something else more, he'll take that instead."
he reaches down and looks at the rat bones in front of him now, and picks it up, and he's like, this? Then picks up like a femur from a rat.
That's not really a staff. You know what? You tried. There's nothing out here but snow. I appreciate the effort, but I will figure it out. And I'm then gonna ask her. I'm like, you don't happen to have anything that's just for family here, do you?
Just for
And
family?
and as I glare at him, I'm like, I'm looking for like oil and car parts, like anything that I know AAA would like.
Oh, whoa. He literally goes grabs a like a handful of wire nuts that he has just hanging around, that he probably had wired together from all the VHS players in the room, that are
Perfect.
hooked to projectors, and he looks over and hands you wire nuts.
Perfect. I take those over to AAA and I kneel down and I'm like, hey, little buddy, I can't share this new staff with you because it does some weird stuff, but it did bring you some snacks.
And what does AAA do?
AAA accepts them. He'll put them in his mouth, and then as soon as Brogan turns away to go back to the group, AAA is going to find a place to dump them because he can't eat.
Oh,
Does,
see,
do his cheeks puff out?
Yeah, his cheeks puff out.
I was just hoping he'd play with them because they're like wires and other like mechanical things. Like he would enjoy it, but that works too.
You said treats.
I'm just picturing that video of that dog that got caught eating a bunch of tater tots. Have you ever seen that video? And like they just roll out of his mouth when he gets caught. That's what I'm picturing. AAA just like, and then just all the bolts start rolling out.
Look, I'm trying to love him the only way I know how. All right, I'll buy him some oil stuff and I'll make them all pretty later, or maybe I'll give him a wax finish. I don't know.
Just buy a bag of ball bearings. He loves to tear open the bag and send them flying.
Perfect. As we're doing this, I'm gonna take a peek because I would imagine, unless the cave's enormous, Slegnir and Argyle are probably outside. So I'm gonna take a quick peek outside and take the pimp coat that I had placed on Steven when he was a little beat up and like place it over Argyle so he stays warm.
Cool. And as you look out, you see that the ghouls, the sea of ghouls, looks like they're passing your position. They don't see you peek out, but you can see they're moving slightly off to the side of the direction you need to move, so that if you wait for them to clear, possibly overnight, you'll have a clear path in the morning, kind of a thing, towards the ashen tree.
Well, as I pop back in, I'll be like, well, the slow moving, bad at attacking things are now moving beyond us, so it looks like we truly are unplugged.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Steven Seagull goes, whoa.
So I'm gonna ask Neon. So are we supposed to stay here for the night? Like, what's the plan?
That sounds like a good plan, Steve.
But what does mine say, dude?
What does what say?
But what does mine say? Sweet.
Whoa. As he stares at you all, you're welcome to stay the night. There's a couple of beds in there. There's the couch. You can watch some more of the Sending Stone Media instructional videos.
I'm not watching anything else that automatically signs me up for stuff, so dibs on a bed.
Yeah, I'll go and make some dinner and then go to bed. Everyone's getting a grilled cheese tonight.
Woo!
I'm also a fan of grilled cheese. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, everyone. Yeah, you say that like it's a negative thing, and I'm like grilled cheese. Yes.
Grilled cheese, yes.
Yeah, everyone's up for grilled cheese.
You can see that, guys, that Steve is a little obsessed with his new axe too. Like he's petting it a little too much.
What so like your axe, you've described what that looks like. We've got we know that Zari's new wedding band looks like a cheap wedding band. Your staff, we know what that looks like. What does your pistol look like?
I picture my pistol looks more like a semi-automatic, like almost like a not a semi, like a Glock kind of.
Okay.
But it's like the colors of the sun, and there's like a little palm tree in like the handle, like the little corner of the handle. And when you shoot stuff, it smells like sunscreen.
I love it. And sunscreen and coconut rum is what it smells like.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope if you ever rapid fire, it plays a little song, and it's like, I like pina coladas.
Yeah.
If I use it for too long, though, I will get sunburned, but
Oh,
specifically right
100%.
on my hand.
Yeah, and every time you don't holster it at night, you feel like you want to be in DA club, is where you want to be. Is by the end of the
Club?
night, if you don't holster it, you get this weird feeling. You need to be
We
in
gotta
DA
go to
club.
the shore.
Yeah.
Gym, tan, laundry.
Repeat. Love it. As you guys are able to go to sleep for the night, everything starts to wind down. You see that Neo is just watching videos, and sitting on what would be a sending stone box where he's just pushing levers and pulling levers and stuff like that. That are, it's almost like he's engaging with this thing and sending messages back to Sending Stone Media, kind of a thing.
He's a
Whoa.
full-on traitor.
I know kung fu.
Yeah. Me
I
too.
will ask him. Do you have any cool videos on kung fu?
Whoa. Well, yeah, if you want to know more about Kung Fu, I can definitely teach you a little bit about Kung Fu. Actually, it's a video, it's a video that has, that they actually used footage of you punching from Sending Stone Media.
Oh, perfect. I get to watch myself be awesome. Got my beer here, got my grilled cheese. I'm good to go. I plop right down.
And across the top of it from Sending Stone Media, it says Sending Stone Media, the secret, kick and punch your way to success, envisioning your future. And as you it starts to play, it starts to go on about, you need to envision your future and punch your way to success. Throw a kick, kick, and kick again any obstruction in your path. If you can see it, it can happen. Watch Brogan Naked Eye, hoo-ha, as you punch and kick in the video. And it's like, that's a punch and a kick of a winner. You need to see yourself win before you lose. And then the video ends with a punch coming through the screen from you.
Oh my God, yes. Starting a Ponzi scheme. I'm so ready. We're going pyramid in this.
You getting any money out of that?
0.
Do you have a contract saying you're getting money out of that?
No, I'm going to start one now.
I would have loved it if they said, that's the punch and kick of a winner, and then they said this is the punch and kick of a loser, and just showed some scrawny ass kid trying to kick and land on his ass.
No, they just show Zari, the nerd of the group.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I thought they were going to show Bronco dying, and they were just going to go full savage, and I was like, you bastard.
I thought they were going to show Steve just like eating like a grilled cheese or something.
I would have I would have preferred the Steve covered in oil, like passed out, like on back of the horse, just like. Meh.
Yeah, it's like that's actually one of their things that they play when they don't have any feed of us. Just Steve, like just in his tidy whities, and it's playing that song "I've Been Through the Desert on a Horse with No Name," like as I'm being carried by the horse.
Flying through limbo. It shows Brogan eating a piece of mage turkey.
Look, first of all, that was full turkey when I ate it. So.
He had a hat on, mage's hat. You guys are able to get to sleep for the night. There are videos more to watch if you guys want to watch more of the videos, of course.
I think I'm good.
Oh, Brogan, we don't have to have the group watch them, but Brogan will stay up a little bit and watch some videos and giggle to himself.
Very nice. And there is a video
May I
made
ask
for.
Neon a question
Sure.
before the night ends? All right, I want to go up to Neon, and first of all, I want to thank him for like the weapons and be like, "Thank you. I don't know who you are, but thank you for the cool gun."
Well, hey, anytime. Maybe we'll go shooting together.
Yeah.
Pew
I
pew.
did want to ask you a question first. You look a little tired. Did you want like a sleeping pill? Because I have a couple in my bag.
A sleeping pill.
Yeah, I have an
Yeah.
orange one and I have a purple one.
An orange one and a purple one? Whoa.
Yeah.
What do they do?
The orange one, you'll get a full night's sleep, but it'll be filled with nightmares. And the purple one, you'll get great dreams, but it'll feel like you never slept at all.
Oh. I'll take the nightmares. Nothing beats a good night's sleep, I guess, with nightmares. As he stares at you, and he says, "I guess I'm ready."
I think you are.
As he
All right,
lays
now go to
back.
sleep. When she walks away.
Yeah, as you walk away, you take it, and all you hear is a very loud "whoa" from the other room. As he is now seeing the world for possibly what it might be.
Zari is in the room currently trying to create a little bed for the manticore, mainly a cage because she doesn't want it to attack her, but she's going to make it look like a bed so she doesn't get yelled at by the two parents.
Very nice. It's definitely gonna have a high walled bed.
Yes.
You can definitely do so as you go to sleep for the night.
The crib.
Yeah, exactly. It's a crib because he can't really fly, so you just like make it like a foot tall, and he's like, "Well, this is some total BS."
Yeah, Eugene was the one that couldn't fly. That's the one I picked. So.
Steven Seagal also falls asleep on the same couch as Neon, and puts both of his broken legs that are in splints up on Neon's lap as he sleeps. So when you wake up in the morning, you see him laying down at one end of the couch with his feet on Neon's lap as Neon is laying back. And
I'll cure wounds him if we're going to bed. I will give him a first level cure wounds.
And he says, "Thank you, Zari. That meant a lot. If you ever want to talk about where you're going in life, I know exactly where I'm going."
Great. Good for you. Glad you know where you're going.
I know exactly where I'm going. I can see it, and I'm going to take that path.
Cool. I just see a roller coaster or a ship, and we're in the middle of a storm, and we're just keep going underwater. Maybe resurfacing, maybe not. Who knows? This is what's happening right now.
Whoa, Zari, was I on the ship with you?
No.
Okay.
Wait. Do
Hard
I
no.
live? Do I live to the end of the movie? I don't know, man. My vision only shows the four of us. I don't. Everyone else is up for grabs.
I remember once I was on a ship, and it was attacked by terrorists. I had
I'm
to
really
fight my
glad
way
I'm
through.
asleep.
It's too good.
Too many references. My brain's gonna explode.
Anyway, get some good sleep, Zari. And if you want to talk about your future, I know exactly where I'm going.
Okay.
He's scurry off.
Yeah.
Everyone is
I want that
able.
to be a t-shirt now. Talk about your future because I know where I'm going.
He knows. And as you all wake in the morning, who would be the first to wake? Probably.
So, Steve, you guys are gonna, as you guys are waking, you're gonna see that Steve has clearly gotten up incredibly early, and he now apparently out of nowhere has found a black wife beater with like the sleeve, like there's just zero sleeves at all on this thing, and he's got like dark jeans, combat boots. He's shaved his head completely, so he's like there's not a hair left up there, and he's got a giant cross. He's clearly taking this Vin
Right.
Diesel thing a little too far. You look over at Slipnir, and he has he's found some grease on like around in this room, and he's intricately painted sponsors all over Slipnir. It says like Etabach, Willwood, Brembo, and he's just you wake up and he like winks at you, gives you the head nod, and he's got a chamois cloth that he's like wiping Slipnir down with. It's doing nothing because it's horse fur.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It just makes him slick.
Yeah.
As you are now in
What
the
about
role.
Argyle? Is Argyle there?
Oh, of course,
Yeah.
Argyle is there, and he is jealous. He is back on his feet, and he is super pouty. But
Sounds fun.
as you're doing this, getting out, you both see that Neon wakes up and goes, "Whoa!" Looking at you, Steve. Same thing as Steven Seagull, who looks over at you and also says, "Whoa!" And you wake them both up as Neon says, "Well, I guess you've got to get to the ash in the distance."
Yep,
Yeah.
it's about that
Yep.
time to be getting on.
Well, I'm confident we can get there today. This is a 10-second horse.
Well,
Okay, we still have Argyle. He ain't 10 seconds. He ain't that quick.
distance isn't exactly what it seems in the world out there versus the real world in here. Everything is
Even if-
relative.
Even if possible, overnight parts from Japan. I will look at Neon and I will say, Neon, don't worry. In my eyes, you're always going to be more than a replacement player.
Oh. Guys,
Oh, Lord.
thank you for that, Brogan. I'm not here to quarterback your movements, but what I will do is I've moved you closer to where you need to be. If what was going to be 2 days travel shall probably be close to a half day's travel to get to the ash in the distance. Is that acceptable?
Yeah, I think that's great. Thank you very much, Neon, for all you've done to help us.
Well, next time they need to get in touch with you in the future, I think we've all bonded together, guys. So next time they need to get in touch with you in the future, hopefully I'll show up and aid you in your travels.
We'll know when you're coming, footsteps, Neon.
Well, you all, I'll see you later.
I'm gonna hop on Slipnir in the middle of this room and
Slegnir.
Slipnir. Is
Well,
there a
he's Slipnir now because you rubbed him down and he's slippery.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
What?
true.
And he has
Slegnir.
You're just
oil
going
on
to go
him?
flying off the moment
That's
he reaches hyper speed, so you're just going to go whee!
Fully greased.
That's not,
As you're
this is my
getting
my
on him,
ride.
I grab a car freshener and I put it over Slegnir's head so he smells like a new car.
He's got the green Christmas tree.
Yeah, Argyle gets jealous, puts some fuzzy dice in his mouth.
Hey, they match the pimp code. He's doing it.
Yeah.
Are you a hydraulic Argyle now? I'm getting on.
Fully customizable as the horses line up for you all to get on, and Neon says, well, Steven has a different path than you all, but you may see him in his future. And Steven says, I know where I'm going in my future, and eyes up Zari intensely.
Ring's already getting some mileage. Zari.
No.
Campaign.
No.
He says,
Giant, human, doesn't matter. They're all
No.
coming for you, Big Z.
No, Zari, you must have mistaken. I see that you're married. I wasn't trying to do that.
I'm gonna lean over to everyone else and be like, this ring is obviously the best item. Look at it go.
I'm not that kind of a guy, Zari. I wasn't trying to do that. It's just we had a moment in a conversation.
When?
How many moments does Zari have? Is she like a walking Hallmark movie?
Because she's never where.
I really do think it's like Hallmark. You're like, I'm an overworked mom that's never understood anything, and then some guy who's like, I'm carefree and whatever, and then at the end of the movie, you guys are in love, and it's like that didn't make any sense. They have nothing in common,
and also somehow Santa Claus.
Yeah,
Exactly.
100%. Prince Santa Claus.
They have nothing in common.
I think I saw that one with Prince Santa Claus.
They made 3 of them.
That's funnier than this show.
No, they
actually.
made 3 of them with that name. It's just there's 10 different versions of it with a different title.
That's awesome.
Yep, and they're all filmed in the same town a week apart.
Yes.
As you put on the ring, Zari, and everyone weapons up, do you both get on the back of and Brogan, do you get on the back of Steve's horse? Slegnir?
I'm on Argyle because he's wearing my pimp coat, and this is now I'm gonna lean down to Argyle and be like, Argyle, you are now known as the Pimp Mobile. We got this.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, soon I'll be faster than Slegnir, then they'll see.
Absolutely, and I dangle the dice over his neck now instead of them being in his mouth. I'm like, we're gonna make you the most customizable horse.
As you guys do so, who is going to be on the back of Brogan's horse with Brogan on Argyle?
I'll be on the back of Argyle. I'm not falling off of Slegnir with how slick he is.
And Carl, you jump on Slegnir?
I guess.
Okay.
She's a little suspect because I guess he's the god of horses or whatever. Yeah, but she also knows how boring Slegnir is, so she's just like, okay, I mean, he's so big. She's like so small. She has to get like someone to pick her up.
For sure.
Once again, here we go, guys. 1, 2, 3, and up.
As Carl lands on Slegnir and you guys mount up, Neon says, "Me and Steven will see you in the future. He will be here recovering. Thank you for healing him and his legs. We will watch you on Sending Stone Media as you guys notice that the Sending Stones start moving. And as you see this almost area open, you see a slight snow flurry in front of you as there is a slight frozen tundra in front of you. Behind you, you're able to see a mountainside that was in the distance the day before, but is now behind you. And you see the ashen tree about 3 to 4 hours travel ahead of you as you go to leave this area.
I get it. We'll take back in.
I'll canter up Slegnir to a decent pace towards the tree.
Very nice. And as you're starting to canter, all of a sudden you feel the horses under you start to step back, and you hear Slegnir goes, "It looks like we are under some level of attack, but I don't know from where. I could smell it. It's a wolf, Steve."
What kind of wolf?
No.
A big one.
A big one?
Are we talking standard or dire?
Well, he's a god. So if a god says big, I'm guessing that's bigger than regular big.
Oh,
well,
so we're talking supersized, like 100-foot wolf then that we already dealt with?
I can smell the size from here. It's probably 15, maybe 20 feet tall. Fenrir must have sent it to stop us from reaching the ashen tree. Steve, you've somehow reached the god's eyes. How did you reach the god's eyes?
I'm gonna think into my head and try to summon Space Ghost.
As you all of a sudden hear, what does he say? Here. Oh, that was a fantastic pudding. Oh, Steve, I just had a fantastic pudding.
Well, that's wonderful. What do you know about giant wolves that would be sent after us? Why are the eyes of the gods upon me?
What do I know about giant wolves? Hold on one sec. What do I know? I know I want another. Waiter, bring over one more of those puddings. And he says, yes. So I know I'm going to have a second of those, maybe a third. I got to watch my figure. Anyway, Steve, you were saying a wolf, a giant one. Fenrir, he probably has many, many of the wolves at his disposal. Those evil creatures will follow him into the depths of Hades and back.
And so, what do you know about the eyes of the gods being on me? Because your horse just told me that.
Oh, well, ever since I was killed, I mean, you were the one with me, right? And I seem
Yeah,
to be
that's true.
stuck in your head, and you seem to have my horse. I think they see that you're trying to take my mantle and stop everything that's happening, and I believe in you, Steve.
I believe in me too.
Well, Steve, this has been a fine, fine conversation, but my pudding's just arrived.
I know. I understand. Please go back to your pudding. Thank you for
Well,
your help as usual.
Yeah.
thank you,
While
Steve.
Steve's doing this, the rest of the party just sees Steve like eyes glazing over, talking to himself, and I'm just like looking at everyone else, and I'm like, "Yep, still plugged in. Leon did not train him enough."
So I'm gonna relay to these guys what I have just learned from my space ghost.
Very nice. Mid conversation, as you relay the information to them, all of a sudden, 20 feet ahead of you, you all of a sudden see a wolf about 15 to 20 feet tall barreling down towards you. A large, large white wolf. Single wolf, about 15 to 20 feet tall, about 10 feet wide, and is barreling down in your position from the direction of the ashen in the distance.
As soon as I see it's coming towards us, I'm gonna look at these guys and say, "Guys, we're gonna win this, but we've got to do it as," and hold up my axe, and it says "family" on it.
And it activates, and you are ready to do Fast and Furious psychic damage.
All right, I guess it's time for a superposition.
And all of a sudden, you strike a pose. And roll me a D20. It's going to be what is it? It is a D20. Even numbers means nothing gets summoned. Odd
We're odd, baby,
Sevens.
and we're odd. Now let's see the D4.
a 2.
Ooh.
You get a lion. I will give you a lion token.
I have a lion. Don't be
Senior
don't be
Mittens.
upset, Eugene. This is Mr. Mittens. He's not
And
replacing
Mr.
you.
Mittens, you will have for the next hour. It acts like a summon spell essentially, and you'll have this one time per day. So let me
Perfect.
give you control over it. So if you, I believe we're all on the same screen, right? I just put the lion down.
Looking.
I'll put it
Yep,
up by
I see
your
him.
token. So if you hold
Oh wow,
shift,
he big.
yeah,
He
he
big.
is pretty big. If he were to stand on his hind legs, he'd be about 14 feet tall. So if you hold shift and double click on the token,
Yep.
it'll bring up its character sheet. And if you go to the character sheet, you'll see the what it
All right,
has.
say that again. You cut out on me. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, so yeah, hold shift and double click on it, and it'll bring up the character sheet for it. Let me. This winter wolf runs at you. I don't know if did I put him in an initiative yet? No, I did not.
I see initiative from like last week on here.
Yeah, hold up. Where am I? Yeah, it looks like it's on there from the previous week, but if we roll over it, it'll be fine. You
Yeah.
just gotta
So I'll just make sure to only do your initiatives from this week. So let me see.
One crit. The one time I crit, and it's for initiative. Dang it.
I'm proud of you.
You got
And
this.
Steve got a 12.
I'm really
4.
upset.
Brogan, you got a 9.15.
Yeah, I'm just upset because the lion has better stats than me at almost everything.
That's great.
So, some of you I think didn't make it in.
Should we just roll again?
Yeah, just re-roll again, and I'll set it up as your original rolls.
Okay, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure I clicked it and then did that, but I'll do it again.
Yeah, sometimes it screws up. Steve
Oh no,
had a
that second roll was
12.14.
better.
I got it. I'm fixing mine.
Okay, I was on your thing anyway.
Oh, okay.
It's
I was a
tying. It's
9
1-4-3. It just keeps going. Kyle had.
I changed mine. I got you.
Okay, cool. So we
You ready?
have Brogan, Steve, Carlotta, and Zari. And this winter wolf. As you guys all of a sudden you see this thing barreling down towards you. It gets to about within 30 feet of you. Zari, what do you do?
Cast Firebolt.
Very nice. As it hits the winter wolf, scorching into its fur, and you see a burn mark on the front of the fur of the winter wolf as it barrels towards you.
Yeah, guys, he's still coming. He's still coming.
Anything else you get up to, Zari?
Bonus action. If AAA is running along right next to us, I tell him, protect us.
And so if they get next to you or near you, what is AAA gonna do?
Basically, if they attack, they'll get he'll have a disadvantage on one attack for a person.
Fantastic. As AAA stands at the ready, Carlotta, this wolf is barreling down on you now. The sun is out brightly.
Yeah, Carlotta's gonna take out her new gun, and she's gonna say, "Sun's out, guns out."
And all of a sudden, a sheen tan flies all over your skin. Everything in your hair spikes up gel-worthy. A tank top is now on where your jacket was.
Oh God, no!
And you are pointing your new pistol out that has a palm tree on the handle.
Can I ask for
Alright.
frosted tips? Can the tips be frosted?
Oh,
please?
they are frosted.
I wanted the zinc nose, like the full zinc nose.
Fully
yeah.
zinced nose, fully frosted
It's
tips.
so out of her comfort zone. She's never even been to the beach. So she's just like, what the hell is this?
Reaction, I flex with her.
All right, so yeah, Carl's gonna take a shot.
As you take a shot, pew, the 11 just misses as it goes wide and lands in the ground.
All right, can I action surge to get another attack?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Damn it.
That's 3 11s out of 4 rolls.
That's 3 11s and 4 rolls, and made with this. I mean, ignore it was loading property. Yep, very nice. And good try. It just keeps going wide as your new repeating pistol. You're getting used to it. It's in your hand. The weight's different than you're used to. You know what I mean?
Sight's a little off. You're gonna have to adjust it.
Yeah. Steve, you see a miss with this shot go out, but Carl is looking ready for the beach.
All right. Am I up? It's my turn.
Yep.
I'm gonna lean back to Carl and say, "Hold on." And do I smell coconut? And
what's a coconut?
and I'm gonna like kick him. We're gonna charge off. I'm gonna use my bonus action to rage, and I'm riding right at this wolf. I mean, you said I can go 100 feet with Slipnir. So
oh yeah, and within 30.
I get to him. Yeah.
And then
so
on the back of your
action.
horse is also Carl. So in full beach attire. So
yeah, I told her to hold on for a reason. We're going for a ride.
Flip-flops and everything. So
yeah, I'm gonna say this one's for family and take a big swing at this guy.
Love it. And you're fantastic. And you get to add an extra D12 psychic as all of a sudden this winter wolf is now watching all of the Fast and the Furious at once.
And my D12. Oh, baby!
Another 12.
Like a truck!
Fantastic. And you hear this wolf grumble under its voice in common, saying, "Why would you do that to a Honda? Why not just buy an Acura?" As it takes.
That's what you get for granny shifted, not double clutching like you should.
Why did I watch all of Tokyo Drift 9 times? The worst one.
26 damage. 12 of it being Fast and Furious psychic damage. Very nice.
And we'll use whatever's left of Slipnir's movement to ride by the wolf a little bit here to create a little distance.
Yeah, end up towards the back of it. Very nice.
Yep.
As the wolf looks at you guys, he has 3 targets. You, Slegnir, and Carl on the back. I'm going to roll
He only
a
has
D4.
1 target because we're all family.
Slegnir, you hit 1, you hit us all. He attacks at Slegnir with a cold breaths at all of you. The cold breath comes out of this wolf at the 3 of you on... the 3 of you, Slegnir, Carl, and Steve. In a 15, each creature makes a dexterity saving throw. So I need each of you to make a dex. Beat a Carl. Yeah, Carl and Steve both have to make a dex.
Oh, Steve does not make it.
Well, you have advantage, right?
Oh,
As
I have
a
advantage. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you're 20, you
So I
make
have
it,
20.
as both of you make it, or half as much on a failed, so it's 18. So each of you take 9 cold damage, and Slignir halves that, taking 4. And you're raging, so you take half that also, I think, right?
Not from cold
Okay.
damage. I think it's only pointy, bashy, slashy.
It's piercing, slashing, and bludgeoning.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, you guys take half, so you guys take 9 cold.
The way
You knew what I
said
meant.
that,
Sorry,
was
don't make fun of
appropriate
me.
for Steve. It's appropriate for Steve.
I take half pointy, bashy, slashy.
Brogan, you are up, and at the end of your turn, you can do your lion. So,
Okay, so if that's the case, I am going to run up, spend a key point, and use Fury of Blows to rain down the Schrodinger quarterstaff of death.
Schrodinger's staff, I love it.
Yeah, I'm gonna two-hand this animal, and so we're gonna go basically just clop, 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 give him the old 1, 2, 3 there with the quarterstaffs.
Love it. So that hits. Awesome. 1, 2, 3. So we have 10, 7, and 12. Awesome hits. That 22 plus 7 is 29 damage. And now your tiger comes into play, or your lion comes into play.
So my lion is going to go behind it, and with
I think you meant to
his
say Mr. Mittens is going to go.
Mr.
behind.
Mittens, excuse me, is going to move behind it, and with pack tactics, the lion will gain advantage on an attack roll.
Very nice.
Because at least one ally is within 5 feet of said
100%.
enemy. Also, because the lion will have moved more than 20 feet, he will attempt a pounce action.
Love it.
So if he lands and hits with a claw attack, that guy will have to make a DC strength check or be knocked prone.
Perfect. And on these character sheets, you just need to click the word. Awesome. With
So we have advantage.
It's going to have to make a strength saving throw.
Yeah, it's not super high, and it's probably a giant creature, so it'll probably
It fails,
succeed. But
falling right to the
it
ground.
did not beat a 13, so I get to make a bite action on top as the lion pounces on top. It gets to make a bite action now, which is a 15.
That
against
hits
a prone
for
target.
-10, and tell me how this lion bites down and kills this winter wolf.
So after Slegnir basically performs a drive-by, as we know, for family, I will then and it's scorched up. It's scorched up from Zari hitting it. So not only does it look like a rough piece of road at this point, I will then bat it around with the staff a little bit with Schrodinger's staff, giving a little bit of that Cat 4 play. Then, as Mr. Mittens comes out loud and proud with his lion roar, he will pounce on it with a slash as the giant wolf goes down. He will bite into its neck and kill it.
As it hits, it's now biting into the neck. The wolf starts tearing away at its throat. And as we look at, it's kind of like a camera pan almost above you guys as we are out of initiative. Well, actually, the Sending Stones are now doing a camera pan out and then up above you all in a frozen tundra, kind of showing your distance, which is about an hour's travel away now from the ash in the distance. As next session, we will now enter the ash in the distance. Very
As
nice,
the camera
guys.
pans out, you see Steve holding up his battle axe and just saying "family." It's like circling around the blade.
It's just written in yellow snow, actually, in the frozen tundra. Love it, guys. Well, thank you for today. That was an awesome session to run with you guys. And thanks to all of our viewers. You can check us out on YouTube. Check out our Twitter. Like, follow, subscribe. Anything you guys want to send as a message or?
Everybody who's watching and has been supporting us, thank you. We like doing this a lot, so it's really cool that some people are getting behind it. We're enjoying that.
Very much so. I can't promise I'm going to start with the dad puns or the bad movie references. If you were not sure about some of the things I said, they were 20 to some even closer to 30-year-old Keanu Reeves references for Neon, and all of them were wonderful.
Yeah,
I
we're
will not.
old,
I will
so our
not take
target market is
criticism.
ghosts. Really, I mean, being old, the jokes from our target market is ghosts at that point. So we're doing great with that. We're hitting that market right on the head.
Thanks so much. I got none of those references.
Well, anyway, thank you guys. Thanks to our viewers, and check us out next week. Enjoy your week, and we'll see you